Hey everyone, JNL here. It's been about a week since the conclusion of the 5K Cold Hunt Draft Open, and this is how I prepared for it. I made a spreadsheet. Now that the event is over, I'm able to share my work with everyone. The spreadsheet ranks all of the new cards and organizes them by their influence, cost, and rating. All the cards are linked to their respective Eternal Warcry link. If you don't know what a card is, just by looking at the information available. So let's take a look. If you didn't know what Infernal Phoenix was, you would just click on the link and it would show you what it did. Same for every other card. Make sure to stay to the end if you want to learn how to use the tools and resources provided in this video to dominate this draft format and go infinite. Another cool thing is that there's a second page that has all of the fast spells and ambush cards, not just from Cold Hunt, but from the draft pack as well. I'll get more into that later though. For now, I'll talk about how the cards got their ratings and the sheet was made. The information here was put into Google Spreadsheets manually because we couldn't find a place to grab it from easily and copy paste onto the document. If anyone has any ideas on how to do this easier for new packs, let me know in the comments section below. The document was made in the week leading up to the event, and the initial ratings were made in a council of 3 members: me, Xylorian, and Atua. We rated each card from a scale from F to S and took the average rating of the 3 if we had different opinions. If 2 of us said a card was a B and 1 said it was a C, it would have initially shown up as a B on the spreadsheet. If 3 of us had differing answers, say A, B, and C, the card would have been rated as a B. The rating system is as follows, starting from F. These cards are unplayable, too hard to make work, and you shouldn't ever really put them in your deck. D is below average. They're cards that don't do what they're supposed to do for their cost, but you put them in your deck as a 23rd, 24th, or 25th non-inscribed card. C is average. Decent support cards that you don't feel bad about putting in, but they aren't exactly the best. Quick side note, every card that has inscribe is better than sigils 16 through 20 or 21. So every inscribed card is rated as a C. B, above average powerful core cards that you're happy to play and pick a few cards into the pack, but you wouldn't first pick them. As you can see here, all of the tomes are rated as a B because they are above average and better than sigils. There is very little opportunity cost when deck building if you pick these. Your opportunity cost would only be the cards that you pass up. A's are exceptional cards that are first pickable, and cards that are S are basically cheating, and you should feel dirty when you play this and get it onto the board, because you're probably winning the game in 3 to 4 turns, if not less. The sheet had multiple edits in the week leading up to the event, and the final product you see here is an aggregate of drafting experiences by me, Atua, and my teammates on Team Invoke Lethal. So as I said earlier, there's a second sheet that has all the fast spells and ambush cards, not just from the Cold Hunt pack, but from the draft pack as well. It takes a lot of in-game effort to utilize this sheet, as you'll have to pay a lot of attention to the influence of your opponent, the power they have, and what stops there are at varying power breakpoints. For example, if your opponent is on Rakano influence of 1 fire and 1 justice, and you notice they have a stop on 4 on 1 turn, and then the following turn, they don't have a stop on 2 power. You can figure out what cards they might have, and more importantly, know what cards they definitely do not have. In this example I was just talking about, they could have Free Fire, these fast fire spells, and these fast justice spells. And they definitely don't have anything else that they could play at fast speed. This is a lot of information that's useful because you know which fast spells you don't have to play around. The most common and important ones in this example that you wouldn't have to play around, especially during combat, would probably be Inoa's Fury, Breach the Defenses, Finest Hour, and Find the Moment. So I found this sheet to be very, very useful as a quick reference while paying a lot of attention to the game and a lot of attention to detail, because it gives me a quick reference that gives me a leg up on basically every opponent. Before you guys call me lazy for not having Cold Hunt and the draft pack in the same video, Cold Hunt was a lot more relevant to me and my teammates because they weren't familiar with Cold Hunt cards. I'm not familiar with the draft pack or Cold Hunt cards, so I ended up doing both. but it's a lot harder to make a video about 700 cards rather than the 250-ish that are in Cold Hunt. So I made the Cold Hunt pack video first, and the draft pack video will be coming to my channel soon, so make sure you like and subscribe. Here are some tricks to the format to help you guys go infinite. Always use the second sheet and try to make a habit out of it. It might be hard at first, but it'll pay off in the long run, as you'll be able to glean all of the information you possibly can from your opponent's hand. The next trick is to always play 30 cards and make up for the missing power with Inscribe. So as you're going through the draft, try to keep track of how many Inscribe cards you have and for which factions. The third trick is try to play 17 plus units. Next, all the factions are at a similar power level, so don't try to force Combre, and try your best to draft what's open. Unlike the last draft format, this format has a lot of powerful cards at 6 cost, so draft your removal and tricks with that in mind. And there's a signal I found that isn't just, oh, this good card is available late, I should probably pivot into this. The signal I found is, oh, I see 2 to 3 fire cards that only deal direct damage face, and I see them available in the second half of pack 1. That usually means I can build a critical mass of burn and pivot into fire plus X. I told the signal to a teammate who tried to find the signal immediately after I told them, and this is how it went. As you can see by the conversation we had in Discord, his next draft went 7-0, so he did pretty well. Go ahead and check out the spreadsheet down in the description below, and check out all my other links as well if you have the time. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, burns, edits, or if you found typos in the document, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below and I'll get those looked at. And as always, see you nerds!